Pete the Cat's Storybook Favorites. After the video, stay tuned for reading questions and activity ideas. Visit laurenmartinbooks.com for more free learning resources. Please like, share, and subscribe to Lauren Martin Books for more read-along stories. Now let's read Pete the Cat, Super Pete. Pete the Cat is out for a walk. Pete listens to the owls. He listens to the frogs. Just then, Pete hears a beep. It is not coming from outside. It is coming from his watch. Pete races home. It is time for Pete the Cat to become Super Pete. Pete presses a button in his room. The wall slides away. Pete sees a set of steps. Down, down, down he goes. Pete steps into his lair. It is full of groovy things to help him fight crime. Pete the Cat puts on his awesome cat suit. He puts on his cape and his sneakers. Now Super Pete is ready to save the city. Pete sees a flashing light. There is a message on his computer. It is the mayor. Help! Come quick, Super Pete, the mayor says. We need your help. There is trouble at the warehouse. Pete pulls a lever. Whoosh! Pete's nifty jet sinks into his lair. Pete hops onto the jet. He zips into the air. Super Pete is on his way to save the day. Pete races through the sky. He hits a button. The jet shimmers. The jet disappears. Now the jet is invisible. Now no one will know Super Pete is coming. Pete hovers over the warehouse. He straps on a parachute. He jumps. Pete lands on the roof. He goes inside the warehouse. It's dark. He cannot see. Pete puts on his night vision goggles. He sees two bad guys. They are carrying a box. Pete picks up a rock. He puts it in a slingshot. The rock hits the box. The bad guys drop the box. They climb out of the window. Pete races to the window. The bad guys have a boat. They are getting away. Pete pushes a button on his cat suit. His sneakers turn into flippers. A mask closes over his face. Pete jumps into the water. He swims after the bad guys. Pete takes a rope from his pocket. He twirls it over his head. Pete aims. He throws. The rope catches the boat. Pete pulls himself along the rope. Pete climbs into the bad guy's boat. He ties up the bad guys. Pete pushes a button on his watch. His jet appears above him. Pete pulls the bad guys into his jet. Pete brings the bad guys to the mayor. Super Pete saved the day. What was your favorite part of this book? What happened first, next, then, and last? What was the setting of the story? When and where does it happen? Who is in the story? Name the characters and describe them. What is the main conflict or problem? What did the characters learn in the story and what can you learn from them? How and why do the characters respond to and solve the problem? What can you learn from this story? Write or draw what you can learn from this book or draw your favorite characters or scenes from the story. You could also imagine your own scene, new characters, or a completely different story to write and illustrate. Please like, share, and subscribe to Lauren Martin Books for more read-along stories. Visit laurenmartinbooks.com for more books and free learning resources. Thank you for reading with me.